I'm going to go ahead and preface this and say this video is not suitable for kids under the age of 13 for extreme language. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am heading home from work today on this gorgeous Saturday evening. I actually stuck around way too long because I wanted to get a lot accomplished and I kind of was in my groove and I didn't want to leave. Finally, they're like, dude, you gotta go! That's dedication, my friends. Dedication. Getting the job done. That's what happens when you kind of enjoy the job that you do. Sure, it can be a pain in the ass every time, but what job isn't a pain in the ass? I mean, I don't care what job you do. There's times when you're like, God, this sucks. When you do something repetitively enough. I don't know, maybe riding a motorcycle for a living isn't sucky sometimes. Unless you crash. That would be shitty. Yeah, so, whew. I killed it today, man. I killed it. Just to kind of put it in perspective, I did as much as an entire team did by myself today on typical Saturdays. So, that tells you how accomplished I feel right now. So, you know, that deserves a... Yeah, you know it's coming. Cheers! What to talk about today? Let's think about it today. What to talk about? Oh, I know what we could talk about. This topic has been bothering me for so long. And I don't know if it bothers other people as much as it bothers me. But the topic of today is primarily focused on the Isle of Man TT, which is just what's going on this week. I believe the senior was either today or yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, but I could be wrong. Yesterday being Friday, today being Saturday. There was a major crash by one of the first-year riders at the end of one of the long straights. I guess he got like some serious wobble and ended up dumping the bike. He was fine, but 11 of the spectators got pretty badly hurt, and nothing seemed to be life-threatening. That was like a fucking... She was in a bridesmaid gown playing basketball, or not bridesmaid, an actual bride's gown, wedding dress. There we go. So yeah, so 11 spectators got pretty badly hurt, some really seriously hurt, but nothing seems to be life-threatening. But I'm reading the news article on the website. I think it was some UK website. I'm not exactly sure what the site was, but it was so frustrating to read because the whole time it's like, oh, they've been talking about banning this race for so long because cop, whoop whoop. They've been talking about banning this race for so long because of the dangers of the race. It's so frustrating to see stuff like that because, A, just because something is dangerous doesn't mean the state has to come involved and ban the race. Nobody's forcing these guys to hop on the bikes, fly across the country to race these bikes at this race. Nobody is. And certainly no one is at this race is certainly giving anyone a hard time for not competing in the race. Prime example, Valentino Rossi. I can't tell you how many times they probably asked that dude to come and race at it, and he said every single time, no, that's too dangerous for me, it's not my cup of tea. I don't look down at him upon that, that's a decision he made. You don't, just because something is dangerous doesn't mean you have to ban it because people are getting hurt. People are going there voluntarily to spectate. They are putting themselves in positions where they know, hey, these bikes are hauling ass. Something could happen to me. I probably should put myself in a spot where that's not going to happen. How about behind a fucking tree? How about behind a wall? A barrier? Something to protect yourself. These guys are just going out there, sitting on the street sides, and then, oh god, something happened. 110 mile an hour car comes flying around, or a bike comes around the corner, and he loses control, it skids into somebody. Hey, guess what? You fucking idiot. Maybe you shouldn't have been sitting on the corner where a guy's going 110 miles an hour with nothing to protect your dumb ass. The riders are perfectly geared up. Sure, the likelihoodness of something happening to a rider is there, of something bad happening to one of those riders is there, but there's likeliness of something bad happening to every single motorcycle rider. You're not trying to ban that, are you? It's just so frustrating. And it's not just the Isle of Man that's got me that people talking about that race, even though I think it's that's part of the enjoyment of, is the danger of how dangerous something like that can be. If you know, people die jumping out of airplanes, people die in airplane crashes. That happens. You're not banning air flight. Sure, just because something is dangerous doesn't necessarily mean you have to ban it. Because if you banned everything that was dangerous, we wouldn't be able to do shit in this country, or anywhere for that matter. Because this actually isn't even in our country. And I apologize for the rant. It just bothers me so much to see these people posting, oh, we should ban it, it's dangerous. Well, guess what? If it's dangerous, don't fucking watch the show. Don't attend it. If you don't want to be there and put yourself at risk, nobody's forcing you to be there. Go drink some tea, eat some crackers, and then I hope you choke on them and then try to ban eating because it's dangerous. It's ridiculous. These guys go there, and you know, I've seen countless numbers of interviews from the guys riding. Why do you do it? Why do you do it? It's so dangerous. Yeah, that's the point, you fucking idiot. I'm doing it because it's dangerous, not because, you know, I want to go out there and experience things in my life. And this is coming from a guy whose brother died in a fucking motorcycle accident. I understand the risks, believe me. I tried to put my phone in my pocket, but it won't let me unzip it. Instead of my... Oh my god, I put it underneath my seat, and now it's pushing against my unit. Oh man, I'll tell you what, there's something more uncomfortable than that. Put my bike in neutral for a second. There we go. Oh, god, it's got me fucking mad. I was just reading this, and I was getting so pissed off. I just wanted to punch something. Because it happens with everything, man. It happens with anything around the world. If something's a little bit dangerous, and they can't figure a way to make sure everyone's goddamn wrapped in bubble wrap so that they can't possibly hurt themselves, you can't do it. I saw another case, and this really is kind of what made me start thinking about this. There was, and I apologize, I'll link the article in the description. There was a case where, and this is still under investigation, so everything could be a lot different than what it seemed like, but the story that came out was this family left their 2 kids with the grandparents. A fire happened overnight. The grandparents got the 1 kid out, and then when they got out, they realized the 8-month-old baby was still inside the house. So the father tried to go into the burning house to get his kid, his 8-month-old baby, and the police refused to let him go into the house because it was too dangerous to go in there. Hey, guess what, police officer? I'm not there to determine, you're not there to determine whether or not I should go be able to save my 8-month-old baby out of a burning building. They ended up tasing the guy because he refused to, like, stop trying to go into the house. Of course, he's going to try to go into the house. His 8-month-old is in there dying. And the 8-month-old ended up dying in the fire, and his father ended up being tased because the police officers didn't want him going in there for his own protection. That is absolutely ridiculous. Nobody should be able to stop you from getting to your kid in a crisis situation because you don't think it's safe for him to do it. Hey, guess what, dickhead? I don't care. I've obviously taken the consideration that I could be putting my life at risk. And I bet you today that dad is wishing he could have. He would have died to save his 8-month-old kid. I guarantee you that's what he would have done. The police should in no way be able to tell you that you can't go in and save your kid from a fire. That's ridiculous. That would oh my god, I can't even tell you how pissed off I would be. Tell me what you guys think about the situation. You know, do you think things like that should be banned because they're dangerous? Or do you just think people should show some goddamn common sense and not do things if they think it's too dangerous? Nobody's forcing you to go there. Nobody is forcing you to get on a bike at the Isle of Man. If you want to go there, yes, you're putting yourself at risk. Hey, guess what? I put myself at risk today when I got on my motorcycle, pissed off, talking about this retarded ass topic because people think it's fun to try to ban things that are a little bit dangerous. Unbelievable. Unreal. But I don't want to really keep going. I don't want to get pissed off. I'm not, you know, I'm not going to let this ruin my day. But it's just, stop trying to ban things just because they're dangerous. And guess what? If something's dangerous and something bad happens to you, it's nobody's fault but your own goddamn fault. Don't blame the Isle of Man TT because you died on a motorcycle or your father died watching the goddamn race. Put some responsibility on yourself to make smart decisions. And if bad things happen, because guess what? Accidents do happen, people. Accept them. It happens. I'm not blaming anyone for my brother's passing. I should blame the state for putting street signs on highways or passing lanes on highways because, you know, that's ridiculous. Take some goddamn responsibility and accept that, you know, accidents happen, and when you put yourself in situations that are a little riskier, they're going to be scary and dangerous. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching my video. As always, don't forget to hit the like button if you liked the video, and I will see you guys on the next video. Ride safe, keep that knee dragging, and we'll see you next time. Peace!